In this video, I'm going to be building a Flee the Facility map in Bloxburg. Let's get right into it. Alrighty guys, to kind of get the size of this build down, I want to make the server room first because I feel like it's one of the biggest rooms on the map. There we go. And so of course, color schemes are going to be really important in this build. And so the floor is actually just a nice like metal, like just something like that. And it's pretty simple, but I'm not complaining. And then over here, there's like tables, and then there's like storage cabinets and a freezer. But obviously we'll make that stuff later. For now, let's get our hallway to connect it over to the cinema. I think having something like this for the movie theater here actually is really good. I don't know why I call it a cinema, but I guess it's the same thing. And then having main room be here in the middle. So I think that width there is good. And then I think making it this long is also good. So there we go. There's your main room. This is the iconic room in Flee the Facility. And then next to it, we can add in the conference room. Make it 5 blocks and go all the way down here because, well, it's definitely how it is in the actual game. It's a very long room. And then right next to it, we have like a TV room. We can make it about that long. And then you have the office, which extends pretty far down here. And so I actually think I might have to extend the TV room just a little bit more because the office goes quite a bit. So these rooms might be a little cramped, but I think that's okay. We can probably figure it out. Then next up, you do have the gray maze. I do think that's a good size for this room though. We can obviously extend that later if needed. Then we fit the purple room across it, which this one's pretty easy. I think we just do it like this. While I'm making this layout, if you could go down and hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 30,000 subscribers by the end of August, and I need your help. Liking and commenting doesn't hurt either. Anyways, back to the video. Overall though, you can definitely tell the layout is pretty similar, with just a few different things that I'd have to fix up, but otherwise it's not that bad. I've also extended out this bathroom here, just so that way the hallway kind of keeps that 2 blocks theme. And I think that'll be okay. Alrighty guys, I just got lunch, so now it is time for me to place the flooring in this map, which this is going to be a little tough, but hopefully I can figure it out. Again, you know, the layout might be a little bit weird, but as long as I nail the decorations of every single room pretty well, that's all that really matters to me. I don't even like Facility Zero. Whenever I play Flee the Facility, this is my least favorite map. So I don't know why I chose to remake this one, but here I am. But anyways, this is the color of our flooring, so we'll just place this all around. And there we go. We have our flooring for the hallways. Now, one room that's really tough for flooring is this room over here, because it's got these it's got a really weird texture. It's like these bricks, but they're like diagonal. So let me see if we have that texture here in the game. I'm just clicking through and I really don't think we do. This is probably as close as I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'll just use the tilted tiles and make them a little bit brighter. I mean, that works out. And obviously we know what the grass room is. It's just, you know, grass. I honestly probably didn't have to place a floor in this room. I really could have just left it how it was. But oh well. And then it's also grass here in the conference room. And then this room is a different type of fabric. I believe it's just fabric. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. There we go. And then this room is fabric, but it's a different color. It's almost like a green like this. Yeah, grime. And then in the movie theater, it's just this gray here. In the gray maze, it's actually just concrete. Something like that, along with the other gray maze. Look at that, they're copying each other. The purple room is definitely a darker metal. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I honestly think it's like a smoky gray. Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna make it be fossil for all 3 of these rooms here. And there we go. So that is all of our flooring done. Next up, we could probably paint the walls, which I think I'm gonna just use like a light stone gray. I mean, I think that works out fine. I'll just paint all of the hallway walls for now, because we have to do some cool wall trim as well. So there we go, there's our hallway. And then of course they have this wall trim along the hallways here, which I think I can just use the short rail molding. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place it like this, and then there's actually another row of black on top of it, so I'll place another beam above to have that black on it. Something like that. And I'll just have to do that to every single wall, which is gonna be painful, but hey, we'll get it done. I'm curious to see how much this build will cost. We've been spending a lot of money in the past few videos, so we'll see. Okay, so I got my wall trims placed everywhere. Well, except for right there. And now I have to place the beams. So wish me luck. Alrighty guys, I've added in the wall trim everywhere now, so that's nice. Now, something that would really help is if I could make the vents now. Okay, so there's the base of our vent. And then they kind of just do this thing here with the beams, where they make them like pretty thin and pretty wide. Something like this. I mean, there we go. It kind of works. And then if I just click right here, I can move the entire vent down. And boom, there is our vent. And if I just click right on the side again. Man, is that tough. That is a tough one to click onto, guys. Okay, I'm just going to place all my vents now. I'm going to place a vent like right here. This is a very annoying vent. These 2 sequences of vents are. And then, of course, you have the iconic vent camp that's right there. So there we go. That is all of our vents, which I can't believe it. That's not that many vents at all, but it works, I guess. Now we should definitely find a way to get our doors. So one thing I know that we can do for doors is if we use the flush secret door, then I can actually place stuff on this door, make it like custom, which is definitely something we're gonna have to do here. And obviously to fix up the wall trim problem, we'll have to do some stuff there as well. But for now, I'm just gonna trace this door out in black. And then by using these planks here, I can actually resize these up and get a couple of these going to make a pretty successful for the facility door. So yeah, something like this. There we go. I think that's a fine wood color. And so the next up, obviously we need the windows. That's a pretty important part of this. That's actually pretty accurate to the real window. Nice. And then of course I need the good old doorknob, which I'm just gonna use the carpet trick here. And then I'm gonna flip this plank down and boom, we have a pretty good looking flee the facility door. Just look at that, guys. Holy cow. Okay, so there's our door on the other side too. Now let's just copy and paste this everywhere the doors go. Oh my goodness, guys, I don't think it lets me place because of the structural here. Is that true? Oh, how did it let me place over here? That's so weird. Oh my gosh, the structural seriously got in the way, guys. I can't believe this. Wait, it doesn't get in the way over here, though. That's so weird. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. And then we need the other door to the server room. So that door can probably go, like, right here. And then now we can add them in the conference, which just has two doors that are symmetrical of each other. And then now mid. This is going to be tough. So I'm thinking a door here works. And then there's stairs. And so then we have another walkway, like, right here. And then, of course, you do have the double doors in the center. And there we go. That is all of the doors in my map. That's pretty cool. And so now for our final hallway details, we need to add in our windows, which of course these windows have a pretty iconic square window frame design. And so I'm gonna use the transparent wedge to outline the like cracks in the window here. And then hopefully this should be clonable too, which would be really helpful. There we go. I mean, you can hardly notice it, but once we have a ceiling on this place, you should definitely be able to notice it more. So now I can place these windows all over the map, which of course at conference, there's two that are about like right here in the center. And I believe if I just place them on a 3x3 grid, I can place them right above the wall trim, which is hype. That's very hype. And then there's also a window in the back of conference here too. So let me just make sure that I, again, don't place it in the wall trim on accident. There's also one right there. Wait, how expensive are these windows? 2,400 a window and there's like 2,500 a door. That's just insane, guys. This build is making me go broke again. I'm just losing all my money for you guys. Make sure you subscribe. All right, so I think this is how our windows are going. Just stuff like this. I don't think there's any windows into the bathroom, which is good. That logic would make 0 sense. So I'm happy there's no windows into there. That's really good for society. And then there's also a window over here. And I also didn't realize it, but I made a window on a wall that doesn't even have a window, so I can get rid of that one. And I believe that is all of the windows and doors and vents for our map. There we go. That's really exciting. And so next up, to finalize the layout, I'd like to do my upstairs because that is a crucial part in this build. So in order to do that, we're just gonna place flooring. Yeah, I mean, I think that works really. I had to readjust my setup. Recently, due to some monitor problems, I had to get rid of one of my monitors, at least temporarily. So I'm readjusting my setup a little bit and my microphone's blocking like half my screen. So this certainly is not fun, but oh well, I guess we'll just deal with it. I also forgot there's stairs on the sides here, so I actually have to leave a cutout for those, which, silly me. There we go. I think leaving a cutout like that works. And now I'll just do the same thing, but on the other side. And there we go. I'll get these pillars in here just to kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, support the upper area and also frame out like different walkways and stuff. Because there are plenty of entrances into this middle area, and I'm going to make these pillars just a bit thinner because they're definitely a bit thick. And there we go. Okay, so there's our pillars. And then there are these little walls in here, so let me just make those really fast. I can make these pretty quick, I believe, if I just make them pretty thick as well. That'll definitely help with the detailing. Oh my goodness, it is Lawnmower Wednesday. How could I forget? This is becoming an every video occurrence now. Is that just a lawnmower ruining my video? Oh my gosh, dude. I get they have to cut their lawns, but like, they do it every time when I'm filming. It's not even funny at this point. It happens every single time. I'm pretty sure this is actually planned. They're just scheming against me secretly. I'm sorry, my neighbors. I don't know what I did to you guys. I don't even talk to you. Maybe that's why they're mad. And then there's also this like semi-transparent glass that I need to add in here. So it's almost like a toothpaste color, which of course, you know, as a realistic builder, that doesn't make me too happy, but I guess it works for Flee the Facility. Let me just place all of this in here. There we go. That's pretty cool. Hopefully my mic sounds good, but I really don't know. Alrighty guys, next up, I should probably get these stairs in here. I mean, that just makes sense, you know. They are floating stairs, so I can really just use these deck stairs right here, place them in the middle, and extend those on out. And boom, I really like those stairs. And then they do have some more of these pillars up top here, so I'm just going to place these over here and there. I think spots like that really work out well. There's just massive stairs here in the center, spiraling around a pillar. So let's try and see if we have anything in game here that really work. Doing something like this actually works out really well. I actually forgot about these stairs until now. So congratulations, you're getting used now. There we go. And we'll raise this all the way up and adjust this accordingly. And there we go. That's pretty good. I mean, that's probably as good as I can do. So now one thing I definitely should do is make the computers, because of course it's not Flee the Facility without their computers. I mean, that's okay for the computer screens. Let me make sure I got this right. Okay, so it's a black background for the screen, but then the bottom here is like a medium stone gray. So that's just the one thing I got wrong there, but that's okay. And then the keyboards, of course, are really simple, where we just make this and then we just put some bricks and boom. Those are your keyboards. Sure, we'll take it. And why is there a helicopter outside, bro? I'm pretty sure everything possible is going to make noise during this recording. Anyways, let's place all of our computers around the map now. Okay, so here's computers in every single room except for the movie theater. We'll work on that later. And then now what we need to do is make the freezers. Now, me personally, I don't find myself here too often, but some of you might if you don't subscribe. I mean, that's pretty good for the freezers. It's actually not that bad at all. And this is making me realize just how many freezers there are on this map. It's actually insane. But I think that is all of them. Now in mid here, they do have like planners. So I'm going to try and get those here. Yeah, I mean, there you go. We'll just do that on the other side now. And boom. And then along the walls at about right here, there's like an orange paint. So if I just make this as tall as possible. Wait, why does that actually like work out perfectly? And so now we need to get a ceiling on here, which this is going to be the hard part. Is trying to figure out how to do lights, because technically they don't have lights in this room. But as you can see, it's really dark in here and I don't like that. So I'm going to add in tiny lights. Tiny sleek ceiling lamps, and we'll just make them be flint and as hidden as possible. And if you're like, well, why don't they have lights? It's technically really supposed to be a horror game, so I mean, it makes sense. And I mean, that's pretty good. I think I did that really well. Man, this looks just like the real game. Now I need to get the tables in these respective rooms and also paint these walls down here, because that's definitely an important feature. So I think if using one of the flat baseboards, that actually works out perfectly. Would you look at that, guys? There we go. And so then, yeah, in each of these rooms here, there's definitely like a bit of a meeting table. And so these are obviously all over the map. And so to kind of compensate for that, I'm going to make it just these into different parts so that way I can kind of copy and paste these around. I know I'm a little bit lazy, but I definitely have to get this video done on time. So hopefully you guys understand. So there we go. I think painting it like that actually is perfect for our color scheme. And then if I just copy it like this, I mean, there you go. There's one of your rooms done. We can have another one be kind of like this, where it's a little bit more spacious. And then each of these actually do have their own respective seats. I'm not sure if they do in here. I'm gonna imagine they do in mid. So I'm gonna make those seats for them now. That definitely adds a lot of detail now. I'm very happy with how that turned out. And now another addition we have to make is we have to add in our cabinets. These are very, very important in the map. And of course, these are also one of the most annoying things in the map if you're Beast. And then in this room over here, we add in one of our tables right here. And then we also add in some along this wall here. And then they pop out like right there. And we add in extra seats too. Just stuff like that. There we go. And then we also do have this blue wall again, which, it's something. And then in here, of course, this is the server room, which has all of your server stuff. So we have to make all of that now. Just so we can keep the aisles of the server room going, we're going to place them like this. Holy cow, that's expensive. But it's server room. It's something. Let's get rid of some of these yellow lights. That's definitely hurting this area. Hopefully it doesn't affect the outside too much. It doesn't look like it does, so that's fine. Now something though I definitely need to do is make the movie theater. So in the movie theater, it's like this like black box, pretty much just like this actually. And then it just has steps coming down here with an area over here for the freezer. Okay guys, and then here was my stairs to my stage. And of course I can just add the freezer on top here. And then for our walkway, this will be fun. Yeah, something like this. And then if I kind of just keep the steps routine in here, make these about 5 blocks wide and a little bit taller. There we go. We're going to paint the floor black and also the under part of it black as well. There we go. And let's get a nice computer up here too. Here goes about right there, along with a storage cabinet over here. And then your walls are this fabric, but it's like red. Yeah, something like that. Then you do get wall trims in here, although they're just slightly different because their wall trim is like blue. Yeah, there we go. How cool is that? So the ceiling in here is black, but obviously that is really dark. So we'll see how it goes. It's actually not too horrible with the lighting around, but we'll see how that ends up looking. For now, I definitely need to add storage cabinets in other areas. The blue rooms are definitely a big one. There's cabinets like everywhere in these. And so then you have the computer here. And so you just got the table going alongside it, a long like meeting table pretty much. And there we go. And now it's time to paint these rooms because hence the name Blue Room. They do indeed have blue walls. So let's get those blue walls in here. But there we go. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. The next up, I'm going to do the grass room here, which this room's wall paneling is actually like more of a wood. And then by adding in seating and stuff like this, I think this actually turns out pretty well, along with the tiny glass wall. And then you get a table over here. And then this room does have those dressers, which I'm thinking of doing like the wardrobes like these. I mean, they work out pretty well, I would say so. And yeah, that's pretty exciting. There we go. Now we can do purple room, which you guessed it, is famous because it's purple. It's more of a purple, like a royal purple, because some people think it's blue, but it definitely is not. It's definitely purple. I'm gonna put like some tables here, and that's pretty much it for that room. Now it's time for the gray maze, which this room is always trouble. Whether you're playing it or you're redesigning it like me, I hope you're not redesigning it. But if you are, best of luck. But all I can really do is just place walls and then paint them. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this room is definitely coming together now. It's pretty realistic again to how the actual room is, so I'm not too mad about that. Although the walls in this room are actually painted brick. That's something I did not pay attention until now. But there we go. I did not know that. But good thing I know it now. And there we go. That's a pretty good gray maze. Nice. Next up, it is time for the infamous conference room. And then I have to actually make the actual conference part here, which are these really, really long tables. So I'm gonna paint these brown, and then they have a granite finish instead on them. And then now we're gonna do all of our seats, which, holy cow, this is something. And so then in here, your walls are painted this white with this wall trim. And yeah, that room looks really good as well. Oh man, we're kind of nailing it right now. Now we have this room, which is quite a pain, but we're gonna figure this one out. So obviously with the size that I've given myself, I'm certainly not doing myself any favors here. And then this room is just the simple coloring with the wall trim right here. So then we have that, and then if we keep up our theme with like these type of boxes in here, so there's like a black box, it's like right here. We'll make it pretty thin though. And then there's a blue one, and then there's a green one. So your blue one can go like right here, and then this can be your green one. And then there is a console table, hence that's why it's called the TV room, but this is supposed to be a TV right above it. So here's your TV. Yeah, but that's pretty good compared to the actual room, so nice. Now it's time for office, one of the harder rooms in this map. We're gonna keep that same gray color scheme that we had going on over here. All right, this was a little bit easier than I thought it'd be. I mean, it works, you know, it's an office. And there we go. And I also forgot about the walls, but the walls are also the same color scheme we've been doing with this wall trim that I don't think is gonna be seen really in many places, but that's okay. Hey, look at that. Half of the map is done. That's actually really cool. Whoa, we have a lot more done than I thought. Oh, wow. Okay, we just have a few more rooms and then the hallways. Yo, that's sick. Now it's time to do this room over here. So this table runs all the way over to the freezer, and then you have tables along your sides here. And then I just add in the vents over here. Why do I keep calling them vents? They're definitely cabinets. These are not vents. Vents are something else in this game. And then the wall is like this, with just a black outline pretty much. And there we go. I just need to add in these seats over here, and that's another room down. Now it's time for the bathrooms, which for the bathrooms, I'm just gonna make kind of like this. So it's gonna have this divider in the middle here, and then it's gonna have the same thing here with whatever bathroom it is. So if it's the boys or the girls' bathroom, it'll be just slightly different color. So obviously for the boys, we'll make it be like a, I don't know, like a lighter blue like this. And then for the girls, it's gonna be like a hotter pink. Oh, that pink is so accurate. Yes, exactly that pink. There we go. And then we add in this wall trim into each of these bathrooms here, along with this as their wall color. And then I should definitely add in our mirrors, which are just a tiny touch, but very important. So there's our mirror section there. And then we'll add in the same thing right over here. It's right next to the vent, of course. And that's really good. I mean, I'm very fond of this build. And then now I just have to do the actual gray maze. I don't know why I called the other one the gray maze. I always have, and I always will. That's on me, guys, but not enough space. Oh my goodness. All right, we're doing this one with basic shapes. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that layout is actually very accurate to this room. And I don't get why I actually didn't put a door over here. There's actually a door over here, guys. So I definitely need to fix that, because I was wondering that to myself. I was like, I swear there's a door over here. And I'm glad I caught myself on it now. And there we go. That is now every single room in this build done. We just have to do our hallways and our exit doors now. Also, guys, your boy has realized he's not the smartest. He actually forgot to paint the server room. I know, that's my bad, but at least I realized eventually, right? So it's just this white wall with the black trim, and then you add in some like green on the walls because of course it's the server room. It needs some green. I'm gonna give it this dark sea green because it'll probably become radioactive the second it turns the corner here. And there we go. That's really, really good. Alrighty guys, you know what? I'm just saying screw it. It is currently about to be midnight on Wednesday, going into Thursday, and I'm just gonna finish up this build tonight. Here we go. So the ceilings are all concrete. Of course, you know, we'll put the ceilings on now and then we'll add extra lights. And then after we add in those lights, we just have to make our exit doors, which are also your entrance doors since I can't spawn people inside the facility. And boom, it'll be called a day. So as you can see, it's very dark in here. So I'm thinking of using the clear ceiling lamp to kind of keep that facility vibe. So now our hallways are pretty lit up and our rooms themselves can definitely use some work. This room I'd say is pretty good. Same with this room. Actually, most of these rooms are really pretty fine, I'm not gonna lie. Except for this one, of course. The one that I go into after saying that has a problem, so patch you up here, buddy. No worries, I got you. This room, for some reason, is really good. I thought this would be the darkest one, but it's not, so okay. This bathroom is good. Same with this bathroom. Blue rooms could definitely use their own light. Yeah, they're gonna definitely want a light in here. So we'll put one just like right in the center of each of them. And that is all of my lights placed. So now it's time for exit doors, which one of them is right over here. So we can place that now. And so these ones are actually pretty simple. You just paint the inside metal, and then you use the standard square beam and you outline it. And then you get like a nice light on top of it because, well, that's obviously what happens here. And since I've learned my lesson from using the light boxes, I'm just gonna make a custom light here. It's like something red like that. And then we get the base plate like right down here. And then you just paint it that nice yellow. And so then I just do something like this here on the door. And then I'm gonna try and place a nice beam like right in here. We're gonna make this as thin as possible and somehow place my sphere on it. And I said sphere, but I really meant the horizontal cylinder. And there we go. There's our exit door. Holy cow, that is actually really cool. Let's just go place us at the other exit. And there we go. And now I can finally say I've made Flee the Facility in BLOXBURG. Remember guys, you can get early access to all of my builds by following me on my social media and joining my Discord server. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.